The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 36, Egg. The 4 members of Team 1 spend the next week and a half focusing on completing tasks. They take note of everyone who's present when they enter the task center. After a week and a half, they compare their lists to see which students have been present for each of them. Am I the only one who finds it suspicious that Tristane is always in the task center with us? Vera asks after they finish their list. Now hang on, we have 28 names here. Besides, he is a noble of this country. I can't imagine him being the one to betray us. Sarah replies, So should we remove his name from the list? Lorik asks while bringing his pen to Tristane's name. Wait, it's too soon to tell, Sarah says, causing Rowan to chuckle. This is serious, Rowan. Sarah almost shouts. No, it's not you. Master asked for all of us. She just made a bad joke. Rowan says before standing, We should bring the list to her. She can probably get some people to investigate them. Hopefully they'll turn up something better than we did. He says while taking the list of names off the table. Did she say what she needed us for? Vera asks as they leave their dorm. No, just that we all had to get down there, Rowan replies. Could it be for the Founders' Festival? Don't you two have to show up since you're nobility and royalty? Lorik asks Sarah and Rowan. Yeah, but we don't have to make an appearance until the last day. Since it's starting tomorrow and lasts 4 days, we still have time. Rowan replies. Besides, we mainly just have to show our faces. We're not giving any speeches or anything. Sarah adds, Vera, do demons have any celebratory festivals or the like? Lorik asks as they leave the academy. I think it varies depending on the tribe. But my tribe does. We have a few, actually. We hold one at the start of every summer and winter. There's another we hold every 3 years and one more. Vera replies, Since you're a princess too, do you have to give any speeches or anything like that? Lorik asks, causing her to grunt. I'm not a princess, Vera replies, causing Lorik to laugh. Lorik and Vera, who were walking behind Sarah and Rowan, bumped into their backs while not looking ahead. They step back and look around them to see why they stopped. Up ahead, at the castle next to the entrance they always take, is a small child. Like Sarah, the child has long white hair reaching past her shoulders. Unlike her, the child has bright green eyes. She's wearing a pink long-sleeve shirt with a skull over the chest. Her long pants are a matching pink, but have been stained with dirt. The skull has an eye patch and 2 swords behind it. In her hands is a wooden cutlass, and she's happily swinging it around. She's talking with a maid who looks to be instructing her. She's teaching her how to properly swing her cutlass. The maid has the same uniform as the others they've seen, but she has dark blue hair, indicating she's a mage. What's going on? Vera asks as she looks at the girl and the maid up ahead. My sister's here, Sarah says with a sigh. Do you not like her? Vera asks, causing her to shake her head. I do like her. It's just, she can be a bit much, so brace yourselves. Sarah says before walking ahead. Rowan stifles his laughter before following her. Vera and Lorik exchange a glance before following her as well. As they get close, the maid notices them first. Shortly after, Sarah's sister notices them too. She stops her training and runs over, stopping in front of them. Halt! None may pass without paying tribute to the great pirate queen, Elowin, she says proudly while hitting the ground with her wooden cutlass. Sorry, Elowin. We're in a bit of a hurry. We don't have time to play right now, Sarah says, causing the girl to pout. She doesn't move, so the maid walks closer to call out for her, but Lorik moves faster. We're sorry, Pirate Queen, but nothing we have on hand is worthy of being tribute for you. If you'd be so merciful to let us pass this once, we'll return with ample tribute the next time, Lorik says while looking down at the ground, as if he's afraid to meet her gaze. Very well, Elowin says happily while turning back toward the maid. Since I'm so merciful, I'll let you off this once, but be prepared next time, she says before running over to the maid. Thanks for that, Sarah says as they enter the castle. For what? Lorik asks while following her down the halls. For playing with Elowin there. As I'm sure you can tell, she enjoys playing pirate games. Given how energetic and excited she gets with her games and the fact that she's royalty, not many other kids play with her. So she gets lonely pretty often. I used to play with her most days of the week, but when I started the academy, I didn't have as much time to play with her. So when someone aside from her sister played with her, I'm sure she got excited. Sarah replies while they climb up the stairs. Good luck. She'll be waiting next time you come here, Rowan says before stopping in front of the familiar door. They enter and see Cyrilda sitting at the table. There's a large wooden box about the size of her torso sitting on the table. Did you run into Elowen? Cyrilda asks as they sit down. Yeah, we were let go without tribute, thanks to the mercy of the Pirate Queen, Sarah replies, causing her to laugh. You called us over at the perfect time, you know? We've narrowed down our list, Rowan says while handing her the list of names. Only 28. That's less than I was expecting, Cyrilda says while looking over the names. She sets the paper down before smiling. I'll ask some friends from my army days to look into the commoners. As for the nobles on the list, I'll have to ask Eldrin to take care of them. Thanks. How long do you think it'll take? Sarah asks. We can't start until the founding festival ends, but I can't imagine it taking more than a week from there. Cyrilda replies. So what's with the box? Vera asks. Speaking of boxes, Lorik says before Cyrilda can reply. Real quick, when do you think I'd be ready to unlock the second lock? He asks while holding his hand out. The untouchable box appears on his palm with the same 5 locks. Judging by how much soul power it consumed for the first lock, and I'm going to say to wait until you become a 3rd-tier lesser mage, just in case. So don't get ahead of yourself just because you became 6th tier. Cyrilda replies, causing Vera to turn to glare at him. When the hell did you become 6th tier? I'm not even 8th tier. She almost shouts, causing Lorik to grin. Yesterday, but my soul's ability makes it easier for me, Lorik replies. You're still doing great, Vera. Same with you two as well, Cyrilda tells Rowan and Sarah. Most other students would just have become 9th or 8th tier by now. You 3 are already close to 7th tier. Now, how exactly does your soul ability make it easier, Lorik? Using it forcibly raises my level, but in order for me to properly use that strength, it forces insights of my law into me. As we level up by comprehending the law, I can study these insights and level up quicker, Lorik replies, causing her to nod. Then, if you just used your soul ability and studied these insights, could you level up to a mage without fighting? Cyrilda asks. Maybe, but I don't want to do that. It'll make my fangs dull if I don't get to practice my spells or move my body, Lorik replies, causing her to chuckle. Lorik makes the box re-enter his soul. As he does, Cyrilda notices something odd about it. Did anyone touch? Well, try to touch that box aside from you or the others here? Cyrilda asks. I can think of 1 or 2. Why? Lorik replies. There's just a faint trace of someone's aura on it. I can't recognize it, so I was wondering if you showed it to anyone. I went back to my house a while ago. I showed it to the old woman who lives next to me, Lorik says before she closes her eyes and smiles faintly. I don't think it was her. I sensed the aura of a mage from it, though I can't tell if they're a lesser mage, regular mage, or greater mage. Maybe it's from a student at the academy? I took it out while eating lunch alone in the cafeteria. A few other students were there and asked about it, Lorik explains. All right, and then the one who lives next to you, does she have a name? Cyrilda asks. What's with all the questions? Sarah asks her. Oh, I'm just curious. I realized that I don't really know much about Lorik, so I thought, since we're on the subject, I'd ask. Cyrilda replies before looking back at Lorik. I'm sure she does, but I don't remember it. I think I used to call her by it, but at some point, she started insisting I call her Granny. It's been so long since then, I forgot what her actual name is, Lorik replies. Now I have a question for you. What's inside this box? Vera asks, causing Cyrilda to chuckle. Right. It's actually from your father, Vera, and the reason I called you here. Inside is the familiar he sent you, Cyrilda replies while waving her hand. The box slides across the table as the law of space moves it. Vera stands up and takes the lid off the box. What is it? Sarah asks excitedly and curiously. It's an egg, Vera replies while reaching into the box with both hands. She pulls out a large egg over 1.5 feet tall. It's covered in red scales, and she holds it to her chest with one hand. She reaches back in and pulls a pillow out of the box. Cyrilda waves her hand again, and the box floats off the table and to the ground next to Vera. Vera places the egg on the pillow before sitting back down. What kind of egg is that? Rowan asks as Cyrilda hands Vera a letter. This came with the box, along with a message for us. We were told to give this to you after you opened the box. Cyrilda says, causing Vera to laugh. She opens and reads the letter before smiling. It's a wyvern egg, Vera says, causing Sarah and Rowan to drop their jaws. How did your father find a wyvern egg? I thought they had all gone south where people don't live. Isn't that too far from the Moonfell Islands? It is, but there was a pair of wyverns who took rest on the Moonfell Islands a few years ago. The Moonfell Islands are an archipelago of 6 islands. One of them is uninhabited due to a ravine. There's lava in it, which causes the land to be too hot to live on. The wyverns built a nest in the ravine and ate the monsters that lived inside. The monsters never bothered us since they couldn't cross the water, let alone leave the ravine. But the wyverns never attacked, so I thought my father would leave them alone. Vera replies, So are you going to make the wyvern your familiar? Cyrilda asks, causing Vera to nod. She wraps her arms around the egg before nervously turning to Cyrilda. So, how exactly do I make it my familiar? She asks, causing Cyrilda to chuckle. Start by pouring your soul power into the egg. It shouldn't take much, so don't worry about it sucking you dry. Cyrilda replies while shooting Lorik a quick glance. Vera doesn't notice and just nods before pouring her soul power into the egg. A faint blue light appears on the scaled egg surface as she does.